All right, so let's talk about this. So last night, we're live. We're talking about Laila Ali and Wolfe. Now, fight that never happened. So, this is what I find funny. We're on TikTok, right? We're live. And what I find funny is there's so many people that say Wolfe would have destroyed Laila. She would have knocked Laila out. Laila this, Laila that. Laila wasn't that good. Oh man, Laila just she living off her father's name. All the same crap that they were saying about her back in the day. Y'all don't understand this. Y'all think that when I speak, y'all don't realize it has nothing to do with who I like more, who I did. It has nothing to do with that. It's about the reality. Truth is the truth. I have two sisters, okay? Have a situation where one does something that's wrong to the other, I'm gonna let them know. I don't care if they don't like what I'm saying. I'm gonna let you know you were wrong. That's our sister. Why would you even think that about? Why would you? And the fact of the matter is, even if you thought that, why wouldn't you open up and talk to her and find out instead of assuming stuff and then building up some disdain towards her? Now you calling me like I'm supposed to sit here and do what? I'm not gonna sit here and entertain no division between the two of you. So simple. Y'all, I guess y'all I don't guess y'all not like me. y'all are not like me. I'm definitely not like y'all. So at the end of the day, they're saying that Wolfe would have did this. Now Laila had people saying that they thought she would have won. She would have won as well. They asked me who I thought would have won. I told you guys this a long time ago. I think Laila would have not only won. I think she would have picked Wolfe apart and she'd have knocked Wolfe out. I think she would have stopped Wolfe. Laila used to empty her gas tank out, get his second win, empty her gas tank out again. Wolfe, she had stamina issues. Wolfe, right? Before I get to that, let me say this. Somebody said to me, he's like, but big dog, think about this dog. Who Laila ever stopped? Who Laila ever beat that was aggressive? That she ain't never had a pressure fighter on her like that. I said, man, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. I said, you never heard of Valerie Mahfoud? No, but she was trash though. Mahfoud was trash though. And I'm like, wow. See, this is exactly why I can't have a boxing conversation with people like you. And he was like, no, I'm saying, like, I ain't saying like Laila. I said, nah, listen. First of all, I don't care if you like Laila or not. I don't care who. I don't know these people. I don't like them. I don't dislike them. I don't know them. We can see their actions and not like dumb shit that they do, but I don't know these people. You just said Valerie Mahfoud was trash and said Laila never fought anybody with pressure. You do know that Laila beat her twice, right? She stopped at, I think, the 8th round the first time and stopped in the 6th round the second time. You do know that, right? And you say she's trash, right? She was though. I said, right, okay. But you do know that Valerie Mahfoud stopped Wolfe in 3 rounds, right? No, they never fought. I'm like, here you go. I said, all right, I tell you what, right now, 10 G's. 10, right now. Send me your Cash App, I'm gonna send you mine. 10 motherfucking G's, right now. What you think this motherfucker started doing? Scrolling, looking for shit. Oh shit, yo, I know you don't fucking know. That's exactly my point. I know you don't know. Y'all saw Wolfe knock out that big tall giraffe bitch that basically had no defense, do punches with a chin up in the air, was no fucking skill. And this is not being said to take away from Wolfe, because Laila and Wolfe were the two female fighters that it really wasn't a whole lot to choose from back then, man, to be honest with you. But them two, they had this one Spanish chick, I can't remember her name. I know she fought Christy Martin and they robbed the shit out of her, man. I can't remember her name, but she was good. And I don't know what happened, man. It might have, because I ain't never been no, oh, I'm faithful to my TV motherfucker. Like, I live my life. I'm not confined to no fucking chair glazing people. But bottom line, it wasn't a whole lot of people to choose from back then, man. I knew Mia St. John and all them and whatever, but like, you know, as far as liking them as fighters, it wasn't a lot. All right, anyway, Frazier's and Foreman daughters and all these different people and Christy Martin, like, we know who was who. But let me just say this, man. when you sit here and say Valerie Mahfoud was trash, just to end up realizing you was wrong after I bring it to your attention and you look it up and, oh yeah, I know you didn't know that, motherfucker. I know you didn't. And that's my point. Y'all run your mouths. And you watch the fight. All motherfucking Ann Wolfe was doing was she's flat-footed, she squares up, and she's just throwing wild-ass haymakers the entire time. And then after that fight, if you notice, that's when, because Ann Wolfe tried to box a little more, tried to move, but Ann Wolfe is ineffective when she's trying to move and punch. She can't. Ann Wolfe was one-dimensional. Okay, she was one-dimensional. And the thing is, she fought similar to Laila, but Laila was fundamentally better than Ann Wolfe all around. I think she would have picked her apart and knocked her out. I think she would have knocked her, and I always said that shit. No, man, fuck you. You're not going to change my opinion because you don't agree. I'm not asking your opinion. And even, look, I don't care who you think would have won. But you know how stupid you look? And the thing is, when he said that Valerie Mahfoud was trash, all his little cronies was typing that same shit. Yeah, man, Valerie Mahfoud was garbage. She was this, she was that. Yeah, but when they all realized that Mahfoud knocked, you know, she as a matter of fact, she knocked Ann Wolfe down twice in that fight. And there was no protest in the corner from Ann Wolfe when she got the fuck up. She was done. You understand what I'm saying? 3 rounds. Yet, Valerie Mahfoud is trash. But then at the same time, Laila Ali beat her twice. Okay. Case in point, they want to bring Clarissa Shields into the picture. I'm like, man, you know, all this fantasy shit, people going to always give their opinions biasly. It's very few people who answer questions honestly and just call it down the middle. I'm going to tell you like this. Laila Ali, right, was the best of her era. Clarissa Shields, I feel like, is the best, period, of any era. Doesn't matter, though. If Clarissa Shields do some goofy shit, you think I'm not going to call her out on it? See, I'm not like y'all. Example of some shit, right? If Katie Taylor retired right now, and Amanda Serrano retired right now, I'm pretty sure people with a brain in their head would agree their legacies are cemented right now. Regardless, so like they don't have to fight. If they never fight again, their legacies are already cemented with what they've done, right? Okay, they'd be called all-time greats. Now, how many of you right now consider Alicia Baumgardner an all-time great? Because according to Alicia, Carolina Dubois has to do what her, Amanda Serrano, and Katie Taylor has done. I'm not asking you if you think Baumgardner could beat Katie Taylor or Amanda Serrano. I'm saying, do you think right now, if Baumgardner walked away from boxing, she get the same exact fucking type of credibility that they get? I think everybody know the answer to that. So, case in point, calling yourself something and saying you're the best at this and that, and let's be real, the same way how people just start sucking her asshole because they hate Clarissa more. What you think would happen? What you think is going to happen to Alicia Baumgardner's fan base if she keeps talking shit but she won't fight anybody? Because, like, for example, if you had a choice to watch her fight, look, Caroline Dubois in her last fight, or that last chick she just fought, who would you have picked? And let's be real. For Caroline Dubois, right? She's getting momentum and people are believing in her. Now, the American public might not give a fuck about Caroline Dubois, but that the shit don't matter. That chick that Alicia Baumgardner fought wasn't on Caroline Dubois' level. And she struggled and went the distance with that girl. And everybody thought Baumgardner was going to blow her out the fucking water. If Carolina Dubois is not on her level, like she said, she ain't done nothing, then this is my thing. Fighters always want to claim another fighter's not on their level, but then they go fight somebody that's a tier or 2 lower, or 3, than that person that they're saying is not on their level. So why in the fuck Why in the fuck would you turn down a fight with someone that's tough? I get it. And I know what happens behind the scenes, man. I don't have, look, yo, Carolina Dubois is a tough fight, right? That's a tough fight. But the money is not going to be the same. It's like if you fought a Shields or a Serrano or a Taylor, right? So why take that dangerous fight with her when you can fight this motherfucker? This is the way they see. And the thing about it, man, is people are never going to admit that shit. They never want to admit it, but that's the way that shit goes. So when I'm listening to all of these things being said, all I'm focused on is this. If motherfucking Carolina Dubois don't get a shot, if Alicia Baumgartner's gonna go up in weight, she keep, like I said, she keeps saying she's gonna do this, but she keep waiting. She's already in her damn 30s, and I don't know what she's waiting for. She turned the Michaela Mann fight down already, and to be honest with you, it would be more attention to a rematch between her and Michaela Mann than her and Carolina Dubois. But what I'm saying, we know Carolina Dubois ain't no motherfucking pushover. We know this already. So to say she's not on my level and she, come on, y'all. Like, seriously? Now, when we look at accomplishments and we look at the eye test, y'all keep talking about how Ann Wolfe knocked, like I said, that tall white chick out. Y'all not looking at Ann Wolfe's career. Y'all not looking on a fight-by-fight basis of who she fought and how she looked against them. Ann Wolfe was flat-footed, and she looked better against flat-footed opponents that basically had no real defense, no real offense, for one, and was just there to be hit. Let's just be real. That's why you can't say nothing about Ann Wolfe's opponents. You can only talk about the devastating one-punch knockout against that giraffe chick. Other than that, it's not about her opponents, her physique, you know, shit like that. That's all they talk about with Ann Wolfe. Layla was a far better fighter than her, but I had people trying. See, here go the funny thing. Before Clarissa's name came up as being compared with Layla, and you got these little bitch-made motherfuckers, man, no, man, you wrong. Nah, fuck you. Go shut your little bitch asses up. Nigga, fucker, I know what happened. I saw Sway in the morning. I saw the Breakfast Club. I know where these comments came from. I know what started the shit between her and Clarissa. Your little dumbass don't fucking know. You saw Clarissa respond to Layla. And then motherfuckers talk about what she's supposed to do. She like 50. Shut her fucking mouth. That's what the fuck she's supposed to do. Shut the fuck up. Because you saying you can beat a motherfucker right now, but you don't want to fight. Okay, so shut the fuck up. If I tell you I'll beat your fucking ass and we can meet up in the fucking gym, you better believe Aries gonna be there. I'm gonna beat your fucking ass just like I say I'm gonna do. So stop fucking talking like, oh, it's cool to just run your mouth, but you don't really want the smoke. That's exactly what's happening, because this is a bullshit generation. Okay. So yeah, it was like 1,800 people in the chat last night. And I said, and look at all you stupid motherfuckers. Look at all you stupid motherfuckers that was sitting here typing in my food was trash, but y'all all agree, right? It wasn't all 1,800, but so many of these motherfuckers that was sitting there talking about how, oh, my food was trash and how Ann Wolfe would have did this and that, because none of y'all motherfuckers, not one of you, knew that my food stopped her in 3 rounds. Right, but y'all some boxing connoisseurs and shit, right? No, I don't sit up worrying about these motherfuckers boxing records and this and that. But given the boxing news, I'm up on my shit. I know what I'm talking about. You motherfuckers, nah, y'all more concerned about what size panties they wear, what kind of panties they wear, what they eat for breakfast and shit, how many miles they jog, what the fucking tattoo on her arm say. I don't give a fuck about none of that dumb shit. Y'all the fans, I'm not. I'm just telling you what's real. So when I hear people talking this shit, I just feel like, all right, you know what? You're saying a whole lot of nothing, because now when you find out, and I said, yeah, when you find out the truth, you look stupid. And I said, so is my food trash? She still trash? Yo, but that must, no. Fuck trying to deflect. Is she still trash? Because if she's trash, what does that make Ann Wolfe? Now everybody quiet. yeah, but she, bro, stop with the fucking excuses. If she would have beat Valerie Mahfoud, y'all wouldn't be saying nothing other than Ann Wolfe beat her too. But Ann Wolfe got not just lost, got stopped and was struggling and was doing nothing but standing flat-footed, squared up, throwing punches all improperly, chin in the air, just winging shots. She made that fight so much harder than it needed to be because that's the only way she really knew how to fight. I seen that with Ann Wolfe. If you jump on her and push her, she's there to be hit. You know what women were scared of? Her body. Yeah, she all swollen and shit. And oh man, she looks strong. Okay, well, that's the whole thing. The less skilled you are, you'll get hit by those shots. Laila Ali, a whole different animal. So no, it didn't come down to Laila Ali and Claressa last night. And I told everybody, that's not the topic. We're not here to talk about Laila versus Claressa. We done talked about that. That's not this topic tonight. We're talking about Laila and Ann Wolfe, the fight that never happened. And you guys are trying to deflect and do all this bullshit because, and here's what it is. You had, let me show you what you had last night. You had a bunch of Ann Wolfe fans that saying she would have smoked Laila. Laila ducked her. Laila knows she couldn't beat her. You had Laila Ali fans, okay, that was defending Laila. But they want to say, but they all want to say that the Claressa haters, that they both would have beat Claressa. Right? But we had some Claressa fans and a whole lot of them that was like, nah, man, Claressa better than both of them, this, that. But like I said, nah, that's not what we talking about. We're not here to talk about Claressa, no. That's not what this is. It's not an open discussion about Claressa, and we're not talking about none of that shit about that's not what this is about. Let's stick to the fucking facts. And the reason why that was the topic is because it's really simple. You talking about who would have did what to who, and you don't even know who the fuck these women fought. And when you have somebody that got stopped in 3 fucking rounds by someone you call trash, how stupid do you fucking look? This is what I mean about people, man. And you know what? The thumbnail was the perfect picture because you know what? There's been, like back in the day, it was a big thing where every time somebody bring up Ann Wolfe name to Laila, Laila has something to say. They bring up Laila's name to Ann Wolfe, she respond, but Laila was the one that did the most talking as usual. Ann Wolfe ain't have a lot to say, but I tell you what, fans are gonna debate who did what. And if the truth came out where it was paperwork, there was recorded conversation, motherfuckers would still be saying, yeah, but blah, blah, blah. Because this is the time we live in. Nobody cares about the truth. Y'all motherfuckers a bunch of goofies, a bunch of simps. And this is why y'all love to comment about shit that y'all don't even know what the fuck y'all talking about. And I'm like, yeah, let's be real, man. Claressa don't have nothing to do with this shit. I saw some shit about Ann Wolfe calls out Claressa. I didn't even read it. I didn't even care about that shit. Y'all make up these fake ass beefs, but you know what? When I see Laila hogged up with Christy Martin, hogged up with Ann Wolfe and all the other fighters from her past, all of them had nothing but negative things to say about her back then. And even now, if you was to ask them, like we deeply say, hey, do you think Laila's the greatest of all time? Laila don't have a problem calling herself that. She just got a problem when Claressa call herself that. Okay? Christy Martin don't agree with that. Me and St. John, none of them back then. Me and Amaguchi, they don't agree with that shit. They hated Laila for saying that shit. But again, now we hate somebody else. And we hate this person more. I watch everybody hate on Roy Jones the same way. I watch all these motherfuckers hate on Roy Jones. But then when Floyd became the new guy to hate, okay, yeah, years, because mind you, Floyd never lost, and while he was out here whooping ass, Roy was getting knocked out by guys that basically he should have beaten his prime, but he stuck around, and people was like, yo, this dude is disgracing himself. Yo, Roy Jones has become a joke. And now all of a sudden, no, Roy was this and Roy was that. Like, yeah, this is what people do. This is what people do. Y'all know I used to do these little fantasy matchups, who would win. I was the one bringing up Pernell Whitaker. I was the one bringing up Meldrick TNT Taylor Terry. No, y'all motherfuckers don't even talk about these dudes no more. But then all of a sudden, Pernell dies. And Max Kellerman, different people, Pernell Whitaker in his prime, better than Floyd. Manny Pat, like, I know. Here y'all go. A motherfucker 2 years younger than him that got his ass beat when he fought, but somehow he wasn't in his prime, but Floyd was. Like, I mean, everything that's said is always just talk. Nobody questions anything and really think smart. No real critical thinking. This ain't even critical thinking. This is just knowing what the fuck you talking about or shut the fuck up. That's what this is. Everybody got mouth until they get punched in it. Yo, but this person is this and this person is that. And as I said, yeah, 48 is 48, right? But y'all still want to see Floyd come out of retirement and fight? Yeah, y'all crazy, man. And I told you, I don't even care about seeing Floyd fight no motherfucking Mike Tyson. I don't care about seeing Clarissa and Layla fight. I didn't even care about seeing Clarissa and Alicia Baumgartner simply because her little ass, her style, it just doesn't even make sense. Now, if it happened, I'm not gonna sit up here and lose my cool. That's their bullshit. But like I said, y'all respect what's his name, Tony Harris, so much, right? Yeah, he felt the same way I felt about it. I'm like, nah, cause y'all have no fucking integrity. Y'all don't stand for y'all have no principles and morals, bro. Y'all do anything. Y'all a bunch of Snoop Dogs. I got something on his ass too. Y'all a bunch of Snoop Dogs, man. That's what y'all are. Just whatever makes money or makes conversation, let's just talk about it even when it's bullshit. And y'all know that's nothing but facts. Anyways, so yeah, all y'all motherfuckers talk about how Valerie Mahfoud was trash. I'm just saying, right? Yeah, just remember, she stopped Ann Wolfe in 3 rounds. But y'all don't seem to remember that. Yeah, I know y'all didn't. Running y'all mouths like y'all always do. Anyway, real ones, talk to me in the comment section. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.